Yeah. So, but I'm hoping to come back down. I live in Mississippi.
Yeah.
Or, you know, Patrick or
Yeah.
wherever. So I'm just gonna wait till September. Yeah. So she'll probably until we figure out where we're gonna go for, you know, the final till September, and then once we figure that out, we'll. I think from this part of the month, so it's pretty nice to. I told her a long time ago that we'll move back here, so.
Yeah. I was gonna say, it's like, I would want someone from the area. Yeah, I mean, once, yeah, so we have that, it's also the part of there'll probably be more opportunities. To use that.
You know, a lot of students are.
Yeah.
I got bananas. Yeah, I got strawberries. So. Yeah. Right.
Well, and that's. So, and then if I take you know, yeah.
I'm not.
You're planning on doing it.
Yeah. Like, all right. So that was like one of my. Right, when I every year, try.
Right.
And then, it looks like they want to do that.
Yeah.
I was kind of in some.
That is awesome. So when do you start this? Wow. Awesome.
And then, yeah, we're still stay with their nest for a little while.
Thanks.
So, you guys stay there.
I started this.
Okay. Yeah, so, yeah, both my older brothers. I have one of my younger brothers who's done so small. Oh, yeah.
I'm going.
Yeah, I have. There's several reasons.
So this chair, I think, ready to go. I'll probably put this here, so that there's a little gap for this laptop.
Yeah.
Which is my choice. But
Yeah.
we're,
That'd be nice. Planning on.
So it's going right.
Babysitting and stuff like that. They'll enjoy that. We can enjoy. Yeah. Yeah. I didn't even get yes.
And that's what I wanted to tell you.
Yeah. So I just, so no, I just said like, you know what, I'm more of a big man than I'm. So I'm just gonna keep on going. I'm like, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. It's been crazy. I'm like,
Yeah, I got. I have this beautiful. Oh.
Every single game. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Big fan.
Yeah, he's.
I'm a big college football fan.
Okay.
I love
He needs to go. So we can get it.
Yeah.
You still got that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's supposed to be something.
Actually, a lot.
I know. That was.
Our first, what's it? Now, yeah, I know.
Yeah. I never see how.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, I like just is you know, we got.
So why do you listen?
We're talking about.
A lot of Chinese. I didn't. For me, it was. They should have a huge.
Yeah.
So it would be.
Next meeting. Really talking about.
Right, so you're only 30,000.
It's like. Yeah.
So much wider than space.
And yeah, state law says it's such.
Yeah.
But then you had to.
Right.
Yeah, and I'll call. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. And all this. I was like, hey, we should go there. Hey, yeah. We talked sex. There's no way. There's no way. But they kept on. They kept close. Yeah.
Like working.
Yeah. I definitely got.
Why not?
More like, I actually, right. That's. Yeah. But like,
Yeah. No, me either.
Will it take shape? Or, yeah, so you're gonna.
Yeah.
And
And actually, it's correct.
I didn't.
Well, you're like, not even thinking about it. So I can have it on and look right at the picture. And then after that, go to the-
Okay, I got you. It's next.
Okay, I mean, it's only- Yeah, so. Then I'll probably just like, like right here, all right.
Okay, so you.
I'm not up here. I can do that. Next is- So I-
Okay.
It's a lot of time.
Right, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. that's-
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, no, it's really. Oh, yeah.
You never were-
Oh, yeah. No.
And then I'll go and take a seat. And then that one, Commander.
Okay.
It's just civilian.
That's what my question.
Yeah.
And then, like, no, and I think-
And then after that. Normal.
Your guys.
That was the part I wanted to make sure, because I was just like, I don't even know what band it is.
Yeah, it's.
Like,
Right.
And I'm here, I'm thinking of thoughts.
Wait a second, that was.
Right. Off you go.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, okay, you can go back to talking, I just wanted to clarify that.
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
Yeah, it's like when you think.
I used to-
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I mean, sorry.
Good question.
It's great.
Well, yeah.
But then you. Sometimes they do like, okay. And then, I mean, that's just like, really different program applications, like, but it's just so broad. I just want to, you know, so many ways, you know, I think, no, I took the,
Right.
So. That's actually another basic, so. I was expecting- Yeah, because like when you're reading now. So like. This is. Build your. You know, take it and essentially. And then run like. Just see like what are the most popular attributes. And then it would like. Classify it. This thing.
Yeah, the other one had bottom. It did not look like.
Yeah, you can talk to Danica, right? Is that how you pronounce it? Josiah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yep.
Can't wait for you.
I've got a lot for you.
It's like that.
Oh.
She didn't know which one was up.
Right. Yeah. All right. Dan.
Yeah, I think it's just.
Thanks.
All right, students, there's not many seats left, but there's a couple of hands on the board. That really well.
So much. You gotta go right there. No.
That's so.
That one is not working, hon. This one they started already. Here.
What?
They're starting.
What?
They're starting already.
They're starting?
Yeah, that one is not working.
Huh?
See? I cannot put this on TV, see? Oh my God. No.
Martin, please, your
Oh, you
microphone.
can't see them anyhow.
Please rise to the arrival of the name and the plane of the national. Please be seated. Good afternoon. I am Second Lieutenant John Duncan. I've had the pleasure of serving as one of the mentors for Class 17 Sierra 22004 and 17 Delta 22009. And I am the MC for today's ceremony. I would like to take this time to welcome our squadron leadership, special guests, and the family members and friends of our graduating class. Commander, 333rd Training Squadron, Lieutenant Colonel Jeremy Stark. Director of Operations, 333rd Training Squadron, Major Adam Ray. Acting Superintendent, 333rd Training Squadron, Master Sergeant Isaiah Ward. And Senior Associate Vice President of Postal Operations, University of Southern Mississippi, and Honorary Squadron Commander of the 333rd Squadron, the 333rd Training Squadron, Dr. Shannon Kemper. And of course, a warm welcome to the family members and friends of our graduating class. We are here to celebrate the hard work, dedication, and sacrifice of these graduating students and their families. Cyber operators are needed more today now more than ever. The United States is already engaging adversaries in cyberspace. Our adversaries continue to operate below the level of armed conflict, undermining our democracy and threatening our way of life. As cyber operators, we have been charged to defend forwards and maintain persistent engagement with the enemy. But what does that really mean? The Deputy National Security Advisor for Cyber and Newberger characterized defending forward as not waiting for the incident to happen. It is tracking, understanding, and degrading the enemy's capabilities and their ability to operate. Lieutenant General Charlie Tuna Moore, Deputy Commander of U.S. Cyber Command, described persistent engagement as being in constant contact with our adversaries and maintaining a proactive posture, not a reactive one. Graduates, this is your charge. It will be challenging, but it is not impossible. You should find encouragement and guidance from legendary strategies such as Sun Tzu, Thucydides, and Clausewitz, who have gifted us with the timeless theories and precepts required for successful military operations today. Their historical commentaries about war, causes for conflict, nature and character of war, and guidance such as know thy enemy and know thyself have proven true throughout history. As each of you move into your new role as cyber warfare operations officers, you are encouraged to continue studying the past in order to add context to modern challenges. This course is only the beginning of your cyber education and training journey. Today, each of you will become freshly minted warfighter communications officers and cyber effects operations officers, entrusted with defending our nation against ongoing adversary threats by employing capabilities to directly meet the objectives of the President, the Secretary of Defense, and combatant commanders around the world. Your work in the field will directly enable the United States to apply force in order to set conditions for favorable national outcomes. We have prepared you by setting a strong foundation. The rest is up to you. Before recognizing each of our graduates, I would like to introduce today's guest speaker. Lieutenant Colonel Sparks is the commander, 333rd Training Squadron, where he is responsible for transforming and inspiring over 6,300 Air Force and Joint Service trainees annually. Lieutenant Colonel Sparks, the floor is yours.
I love graduating. I love this one even more, but I'm also a little bit sad it's my last one. And I'm honored to be your guest speaker today. Part of graduation for me is it's a culmination of your hard work. Many of you I had the opportunity to see throughout training. Was I able to give you your welcome brief? Yeah. Well, prepare to hear some consistent talk. Okay, the next 2 hours is left. But I mean what I said on day one. What you do here is important. What you learn here is important. What you're about to go do is important. You know, when we hear an F-16 go overhead, we say that's the sound of freedom. We're not wrong. It's also a sound of deterrence. What's interesting about the nature of conflict that we face right now is that it is a training sword that is thankfully not in combat against Russia and China. But they are this below the level of armed conflict, and they're getting in combat reps. And that's where you come. We have the most incredible Air Force and Space Force in the world. But that doesn't stop our adversaries from working to undermine our democracy. And we see it manifest itself at every election, and it likely will do so for the rest of our lives. So thankfully, we have America's greatest combat capability sitting right here in this room. Software and hardware that's going to save us. It's wetware. It's right behind your eyeballs and in your ears. That's our greatest capability. And our instructors, I want to thank them right now in front of the family members, in front of you. They have prepared you for that fight, a volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous fight. I was just talking to Dr. Campbell a little bit earlier. Have you seen the movie Hunger Games? That's what's going to feel like when you get out to the field. We offered you up as tribute for District 333rd, right? And you're going to come on through the tunnel. You're going to have to quickly order on your resources that you have. That's what it's going to be like. Real Wilson. It's going to be volatile and uncertain. We received emails, 2 emails just this week from commanders on the field. Tell us about what our graduates are already doing. And that's pretty consistent. We get that on a regular basis. You're heading out against a thinking adversary. But you're ready. You're ready. And I'm so thankful to the instructors. They gave their blood, sweat, and tears in this course. I'm so proud of you. So for graduation, I like to do a little bit of this day in history. All right, so this day in history, a lot that was going on. One thing that was going on was the Battle of Bunker Hill took place this day in history. Also, O.J. Simpson was on the run this day, which reminds me of a terrible dad joke. All right, so as I heard, we've got somebody in the class, Lieutenant Parker, going to Ohio State University. Is that right? All right, go Bucks. OH. Yeah, excellent. We have some other Buckeyes. So you guys know about that state up north, right? When we don't, Michigan, that we say. All right. So I heard a rumor that O.J. Simpson was actually, when he was on the run, he was actually headed to Michigan. And the reason is because he knew that no one would ever look for a Heisman Trophy winner in that state. Right? Oh, landed, it landed. That's natural instructor work right there. So, also this day in history, 1953, the Soviets rolled in complete armored divisions into East Berlin and killed a bunch of communists. Exactly. So this was the whole war had already started. Wars was already over. Stalin had just died in March of 1953, but June 1917. The construction workers in East Germany, they had just taken a decrease in wages. Their working conditions were as bad as they'd ever been. And there was, the world was watching to see how it would be ended. The world was trying to decide about, and between ideas, what communism had to offer, what democracy had to offer. We see it play out in the proxy war in Korea, Vietnam, that's good. We see it play out right now in Ukraine. But the world was watching. And when the construction workers came out and they began to peaceful protest, the Soviets rolled in with armored division. So President Eisenhower at the time gave a speech and he says, to those in the world that are watching, this is a good perspective on what communism offers. Pay attention. Because we face right now some of the same struggle of ideas. We're seeing it play out around the world. You are a part of keeping us free. Democracy only works as long as people believe it. The Americans expect every vote cast is a vote counted. And it won't be our stealth fighter jet that gives the Americans confidence on that day. It will be our Guard and Reserve. It will be our active duty forces that are defending forward, just as Lieutenant Duncan brought up. It will be you. It will be you. You are our national danger. I'm so proud to have been your commander, and I'm thankful to be here on your graduation day. So let's make this official. Back over to you.
Thank you, Lieutenant Colonel. Now I would like to provide an explanation of the meaning of the cyberspace operations that we see before you. The lightning bolts signify the cyberspace domain, while the globe signifies the projection of cyber power worldwide. Together, the globe and lightning bolt up on these wings represent our common communication heritage. The bolted wings centered on the globe are taken from the Air Force SEAL and signify our striking power through air, space, and cyberspace. Finally, the orbits circling the globe signify the space-related elements of the cyberspace mission. Undergraduate Cyber Warfare Training Class 22009 and 22004. Prepare for the presentation of your cyber badges and certificates of graduation. As each student's name is called, will the student and person presenting his or her badge please come forward? We invite family and friends to come forward for pictures with their graduate after they receive their certificate.
Good morning, I'm Captain Tony Doe, and I'm the mentor for Simpson Delta Class 22009. Our first graduate of 22009 is Lieutenant Paul Aston. Presenting his cyber warfare badge is his father, David Aston. Lieutenant Aston has been assigned to the 52nd Communications Squadron based on Air Base, Germany.
Woo!
The first cyber warfare badge the power cells up there, gas and stuff. They bring returning to space systems command, Angeles, Space Force Base, California. Second Lieutenant Deputy Sheriff, Lieutenant Cyber Warfare Gas is her mother. Second Lieutenant Sheriff has been assigned to the 375th Community Scott Air Force Base, Illinois. Second Lieutenant Ray Cotton, Lieutenant this I wrote about is the Cotton, Second Lieutenant Jonathan Cole. Second Lieutenant Cotton is returned to the 113th Special Operations Wing, Will Rogers, Air National Guard Base, Oklahoma.
Yeah, start pinning one back.
Second Lieutenant Daniel Finley, sending his. Sorry, Finley, then this I wrote for that to his father, Ryan Finley. Second Lieutenant Brian Finley is returning to the 292nd Combat Communications Squadron, now East Hawaii. This time we will look at Second Lieutenant Odo is returning to the 121st Communications Squadron, Freedom Backer, Air National Guard Base, Ohio.
Chest muscles that make it so hard.
Parker. The second first I will look at from her father, retired petty officer Bill Parker, and her mother, Dr. Kelly Parker. Second Lieutenant Parker has been assigned to the Communications Squadron, Wright Patterson Air Force Base, Ohio. Second Lieutenant Kathy Carnega, presenting her cyber warfare badge of her father, retired technical sergeant Jonathan Carnega, and her mother, Liz Carnega. Second Lieutenant Carnega has been assigned to the White House Communications Agency, Joint Base Air Force of Washington. Finally, the net lead was have 22 and secondly, Donald is from. And this side of the world for that, but this girlfriend, the weekend, for some. Second interruption is returning to 271st combat communications project, air station, for. Indian town, yeah, today. Congratulations, have 22009. We'll now transition to the 17 Sierra class 22004. Our first graduate of 22004 is Captain David Hamlin. Presenting his cyber warfare badge is his classmate, Second Lieutenant Stephen Heck. Captain Hamlin is returning to the 185th Cyberspace Operations Squadron, Langley Air Force Base. Presenting his cyber warfare badge is his classmate, Captain David Hanlon. Action returning to the 29th Cyberspace Operations Squadron, Northfield, Virginia. Kyle Kaufman. Presenting his cyber warfare badge is his father, David Kaufman. First Lieutenant Kaufman has been assigned to the 30th Space Communications Squadron, Vandenberg Space Force Base, California. Deanna Meyer, presenting her cyber warfare badge is First Lieutenant Hyman. Second Lieutenant Meyer has been assigned to the 333rd Training Squadron, Keeler Air Force Base, Mississippi. I'm getting there. Second Lieutenant Josiah Moon, presenting his cyber warfare badge. Second Lieutenant Moon has been assigned to the 367 Cyberspace Operations Squadron, Texas. Second Lieutenant Tatiana Fanina, presenting her cyber warfare badge is her mother, Oksana Enable. Second Lieutenant Medina has been assigned to the 39th Information Operations Squadron, Joint Base San Antonio, Lackland, Texas. Second Lieutenant Jared Denali, presenting his cyber warfare badge is his mentor lead, Lieutenant Douglas. Second Lieutenant Denali has been assigned to the State System Cyber State Operations Department, Scott Air Force Base, Illinois. Erica Sandberg. Presenting her cyber badge is her father, retired Chief Master Sergeant Chris Sandberg. Lieutenant Sandberg has been assigned to the 33rd Network Warfare Squadron, Joint Base San Antonio, Lackland, Texas. And finally, last but not least, for class 22004, Major Dara Tim. Presenting their cyber warfare badge are his wife, Lundy Tim, and his daughters, Kylie, Arabella, and Lindsay. Major Tim is returning to the 854th Combat Operations Squadron, Joint Base San Antonio, Lackland, Texas. Congratulations, class 22004. Now for the presentation of the award. The next award recognizes the outstanding contributor decided by a unanimous vote from all the cast members. This award is sponsored by the Armed Forces Communications and Electronics Association, or AFC. Outstanding contributor for UCT 22009 is Second Lieutenant Daniel Finley. The outstanding contributor for UCWC class 22004 is Second Lieutenant Stephen Peck. Six, we have the Distinguished Graduate Award based on multiple criteria. This award recognizes only the top 10% of students in a graduate. Requirements of the distinguished graduates include having a minimum academic grade of 10%, and demonstrating attributes of the whole caring concept, including high standards of attitude, daring, behavior, conduct, teamwork, and leadership, as well as no written or performance measurement failure. The distinguished graduate for UCW 22009 is Second Lieutenant Jonathan Odom.
But the thing with graduate for UCWC class 22004 is Captain David Hanlon. Next, we have the Lieutenant General William T. Ward Award. This award is presented on behalf of the Air Force Command, Control, Communications, and Computers Association, and recognizes the UCWC graduate with the highest cumulative grade point average. A tradition began with UCWC Type 2 first graduating class on December 7th, 2021. Major Denise Hunter, Director of Operations for the 333rd Training Squadron, and Senior Warfighting Communications Officer for the schoolhouse, presented her wings to the honoree. In turn, the student receiving the major's wings offered their first badge back to the schoolhouse to pass down to the next Lord Award winner. The General Doolittle Award, named after Congressional Medal of Honor recipient and Air Force Maverick Jimmy Doolittle, will be presented to the Cyber Effects Operations Officer with the highest grade from that. Lieutenant Colonel Jeremy Sparks, 333rd Training Squadron Commander and Senior Cyber Effects Operations Officer for the schoolhouse, presents his own cyber wings to today's Doolittle Award recipient. The graduates receiving the award will relinquish his or her newly earned cyber wings to the schoolhouse to continue this tradition. The Lieutenant General Lord and Lieutenant General Doolittle Award recipients will receive congratulatory certificates signed by the President of the Air Force Command, Control, Communications, and Computers Association, Lieutenant General Retired Charlie Kroon. The Jimmy Doolittle Award recipient for UCWT graduating class 22004 is Second Lieutenant Jared Rinaldi. Presenting the Lieutenant General Award will be Captain McAdams, the current senior 17 Delta in the schoolhouse. The Lieutenant General Award recipient for UCWT graduating class 22009 is Second Lieutenant Paul Apple. And we have the coveted Top Instructor Award, better known as the Superior Style Award. This award recognizes that instructors who more than any other instructor transform and inspire the students like the most during training. The award is decided by unanimous vote of all flight members and cannot be awarded to the past. Requirements for the Superior Style Award include first and foremost superior instructor, as well as embodying the national standards of bonus discipline and a focus on quality over quantity. Both classes had good to say about their choice. This instructor was very passionate about the subject.
material and made a very complex and difficult course engaging. Provided good concrete feedback to the class. He motivated us. He embodied the word skills mentality. And finally, he challenged our class to be better at every chance we got. The very solid word recipient for UCWT graduating class 22009 and 22004 is Captain Brandon E.
Don't mind, I want to jump in. So I want to just talk for a second about it. So I've never had an instructor. It's the first time, where an instructor wanted to go to the Delta 5 things during class. That's a lot about Captain. It's too bad he couldn't be here. I believe it's, getting ready. He went to a baby shower. He wants to start hurting. Oh, he's voting. That would make sense.
Hey, I'm dialed in if y'all can hear me.
Oh, is he dialed in? All right, well done, Bowie. We've added the stars already. I'm gonna give a quick explanation before we just did. So the Jury Foul Award is an award that recognizes and reinforces those habits we want to see in instructor. We want every instructor to raise the price of that standard. We owe you world-class instructors. That's what we owe you. We're gonna send you out to the field. You're gonna have to do the Hunger Games orientation. We owe it to you to prepare you. Best we can. Now, I mentioned before that Russia and China, they're not dogfighting this stuff because we enjoy technical overmatch to them. We win. They know that. That's why they don't do it. They engage below the level of conflict because they can. That's what they can get into. But back in Vietnam, back in the Korean conflict, whenever we would shoot down a MiG, the pilots who had the shoot down had to kill with paint on the side of the aircraft, the red star of the aggressor. Because they no longer meet us in the skies, we can't do that. But we still compete against them. And so the way that the tradition we adopted in the schoolhouse in October of 2020 was every class that we graduate out to the field is another opportunity to shoot, to shoot down the ideals that we don't, those ideals, the communist ideals we talked about earlier, those ideals that go against freedom and free people. And so for every time an instructor demonstrates those qualities, we recognize that with the shoot down. This is the actual PLA Air Force star, and these are a little bit hard to get. All right. And that's what you ask the question to tell you in a while. All right. But I appreciate what you did, Bowie, and for the time and talent that you invested in this, in both of these classes. Thank you. They now go out to the field more prepared. Well done.
At this time, I would like to welcome the class leaders from the class to come up and share remarks.
I just want to thank you, Colonel Sparks, and the instructors that are here. I've been in the Air Force for 17 years, and it's the absolute best training environment I've been in, and the hardest. Yes. We had a good time. We definitely had a stormy phase during joint planning, but we all came together, and I'm excited to see what you guys are going to do, and also keep the relationships together, because eventually someone in our class is probably going to experience something we're going to have later. So touch back and take advantage of that. On behalf of the substitute care class, Colonel Clarks, and also to their leadership and for the rest of the schoolhouse administrative staff and leadership for really taking care of people and students. So thank you much for that. And for the analysts for doing administrative items and things like that. Thanks so much. And of course, for instructors, for really investing in your students and taking care of us and equipping us with the skills so that we can be successful in operational jobs. Thank you. And it's my class, and what can I say? Super smart bunch. So it's been really awesome, exciting to be able to see you guys
have your talents in display, and so it's been really awesome. So look forward to seeing and hearing in the future about all your future exploits, and great job. So thank you. And then of course the family that's been supporting us, whether it's mom or dad or husband or wife or brother, sister, or kids and friends. Thank you so much. With your support, we've been able to get through the finish line. So thank you for this great product here. UCT today is built of that. So thank you much.
At this time, I would like to welcome Lieutenant Colonel Clark here.
Give them hell. Congratulations.
Round of applause for class 22009 and 22004. The Air Force is doing with cyber upgrades.
Before we go ahead and thing, I just want to actually give shout out to our mentors. They've actually done a lot for us behind the scenes. And actually, I want to speak on behalf of my original class, 007. Yes, sir. They're actually on someone right here, but Lieutenant Duncan and Captain Jones, they really stepped up. I think one of our mentors was not physically ill, so they were taking care of like pretty much 3 classes. Yeah, 3 classes simultaneously at the same time. And also, I know Lieutenant Duncan. I mean, I haven't really worked with Lieutenant Duncan. That man was on Discord and every waking hour of the day. Like I would hit him up on a Saturday morning, and he would be very quick to respond. I just want to really appreciate it.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes today's graduation ceremony. Class 22009 and 22004 would like to extend their thanks to all in attendance. The graduates will conclude today's ceremony by leading the singing of the Air Force song. Please stand.
Yeah.
All right, guys, thanks for tuning in to stream. Captain Brandon Eves, I see you. Thank you for being a really awesome instructor.
Thank you. Can you